Today we are focusing in on Jonathan Haggerty. His opponent, Nato from Japan. We're looking at Haggerty because he's going to be defending his 1FC Muay Thai title, which he currently holds at 145 pounds in a week or so. In this fight, however, he's 135 pounds, so he's done the jump upwards. He's looking strong, I gotta say, at his new weight class. Built in nicely to his muscle, looking bigger than most of his opponents. And we're taking this opportunity to just look back at how good this guy is. One of the things that I really enjoy about Haggerty stylistically is his ability to use a lot of the Muay Thai style, but you very often see him quite bouncy. A lot of movement left, right, up on his toes, heels disconnected. He's not doing it right now because there's a slower, methodical warm-up process that's happening, a feel out. But there's a good chance that later on, as he gets comfortable, we'll start to see him move. And this dude has some of the nicest technique I've seen from a fighter. A couple other things to note from him are the strong hands which he brings. A lot of fighters in Muay Thai don't have those solid hands, but he mixes in his boxing very well. Nice control there from the Japanese fighter. Could have booted a kick in and just been like, whoops, but pulled it. Look at that high kick, the speed behind it. Good evasion from Nato. Nice check, counter back, good exchange there with the legs. I like the stance switch that Haggerty does. He'll step backwards to an southpaw stance right there. You think you're safe because he creates extra distance, but then he just explodes in. I feel like we're still in that, whoa, that was nice. He timed him on the entry, closed the distance as the kick was getting set up and just cracked him above that left eye. Only has 30 seconds left. Let's see if we can get a finish. Haggerty has actually been, oh yeah, that right hand just missed. Has been very good at closing out fights recently. Just using those heavy hands to blast in. He usually takes like a shot or two in the process, but he's a good fighter defensively. Doesn't take loads of damage. Here's the transition to round number 2. Haggerty back to that Thai style. You can see the way he throws up that left round kick, but then look at that. He mixes in some, you want to call it karate style kicks, something outside the traditional Muay Thai. He does a nice combo. Just weaving in and out of the different styles. Makes him unpredictable. And his opponent is no slouch. It's not a weak fighter that he's up against by any means. This is Muay Thai, by the way. I haven't really seen a whole lot of clinch or elbows, mostly because they are exchanging at distance. Look at that. The right hand coming around the guard. He did the palm down so he could land with the knuckles. The Japanese fighter, he goes down hard on these knockdowns. I don't know, like some people just do. They really hit the ground hard, but his recovery is fast. Looks like an eye poke there. We're back at the action. I'm not a big fan of the smaller gloves in strict striking because I feel like, yeah, open fingers is just a recipe for disaster. If you want to go small gloves, I think personally you should just go for like a 6-ounce boxing glove. That one just missed. Nice jab there. Nato's still in the fight. I'd say he's a little bit behind because he's not leading. And when he does, it's usually single techniques. I think he needs to open up on the offense and the combos as opposed to stopping. Hagerty is good at the counters, but not letting him control the pace and throwing some combos that will cause him to back up, I think that's a good method to victory, I suppose, because whatever Nato's doing right now, he's just a step behind and hasn't really inflicted any damage. Lands the occasional technique, but nothing where you go, whoa, there we go, that could be a fight finisher. All right, into round number 3. Hagerty, I believe, is fighting a guy named, last name Lobo from Brazil, I think, in his upcoming title defense. And this guy's good. It'll be exciting to watch Hagerty go up against somebody, one of the top prospects at 145. Again, that stance switch from Hagerty. He's very mobile now. Look at how his style has changed. In the beginning, he was doing that tap right in front. He's back to it a little bit right now. Then look at this, he gets back to that movement. He can mix styles together very nicely. And because of that, look, he's able to do that backwards evasion. If you stand your ground, you do the Muay Thai tap thing, you're going to end up having to take most of the shots off the forearms or the limbs for your defense. You don't have that ability to spring backwards. And I've seen some people on my channel comment they don't like Hagerty's style. He's not there to fight. He's too mobile. And I disagree with that. I think he just fights smart. Somebody throws a front kick like that, take a little shuffle backwards. The point of fighting is to win, to hit, as they say, and not get hit back. That was a nice high kick there. Good setup coming down low first. But that right hand is just something that's so much more dangerous than anything Nato has been able to throw or even come close to landing. Gotta be getting down to about the last minute here. You'd think at this point Nato's gonna have to really put something together that's gonna get some damage happening. He has knockdown per round. He's so behind on the scorecards. Kind of looks like he's thinking the fight is competitive right now with his bouncing and not really hunkering down and throwing things hard. And Hagerty will move and cruise his way to a certain victory at this point. There's no need to take any massive risks. So be sure, guys, to tune in and see Hagerty defend his title against Lobo coming up, I believe, February 17th.